What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is AkeemHaynes. I'm a two-time Olympian, Olympic bronze medalist, author, and motivational speaker and sports commentator. On my channel, we're going to talk boxing, MMA, track and field, other various sports, and of course, we have to add in some motivation and inspiration so we can stay encouraged on this journey called life. If these are things that you may be interested in, then I hope that you subscribe to the channel and join me as we grow this channel. Let's get into this video. Weili Zhang versus Joanna Jedrzejczyk 2, the rematch. Do you remember what happened the first fight? That was a complete war, right? That was arguably, no, there's no arguably, that was the best women's MMA mixed martial arts that I have ever seen performance-wise, from two fighters going toes. Like, from an entertainment perspective, like, yo, we got our money's worth, right? So the rematch, what are we going to expect? What should we expect? Let's get into Weili Zhang. She came into the UFC, right, and lost her first fight, went on a wicked run and won 21 straight fights. Let me repeat that because that is extremely impressive, right? 21 straight fights. She fought Joanna, beat her at UFC 248, and then lost twice to Rose Namajunas at UFC 261 and 268. Now, I had to add that in there because we got to have the foundation of what could possibly be going in Weili Zhang's mindset. As great of an athlete as she is, every time you lose, right, it sticks with you and it knocks you down. It takes a toll on your psyche. I'm speaking from experiences, right? There are some races that I've lost that still sticks with me today, right? I'm curious as to how Weili Zhang is going to respond and act as she comes into the ring. We know Weili is an effective striker. She has a toughness about her and a focus that makes her dangerous, right? Anytime she steps in the ring, she's aggressive, she's strong, she's fearless, she's fast. She puts together good combinations. She knows how to strike, uses her legs kicks to keep her opponents honest, right? Going back to their first fight, both had great moments. And I think the difference in that one was the power distribution. Weili is just more powerful than Joanna. She was catching Weili as well too, right? But Weili just ate some of those shots and regrouped and fired back with two more shots of hers. But what I didn't like in that fight was Weili Zhang's lack of defensive cover, right? She took too many shots. She was willing to take those shots to land her own. But we know that's not sustainable. But I think she can fight this fight much more composed, much smarter, and definitely not take as much hits as she did the first time, right? She can slip and move a lot better and aim for some takedowns and just be more of a tactical force inside of the octagon. But let's talk about Joanna. She is a deceptively good striker. She's more of a precise and tactical fighter than, I would say, a powerful striker type of fighter. Not saying she doesn't have pop, but Joanna usually stuns her opponents with volume of strikes, right? In different varieties of ways. She doesn't look big, but she throws a good pop. She's smart. She knows how to use the octagon to her advantage, right? A lot of people may think when a fighter is moving around the octagon a lot that they're quote unquote running, but that's not the case. They are being selective in making sure that they aren't in harm's way. So they're using the entirety and the size of the octagon to control the fight and control it at their pace. She's got great cardio, but she took a lot of punishment in that fight. And that cannot happen again. That game plan was not the best the first time, and it didn't work the first time. I think there's a lot of adjustments that she can make. This fight on paper is a very exciting fight, but I'm not expecting it to be like the first fight. I'm expecting sparks in spot and each fighter to have their moments in spots, but they both know they can't take that type of punishment again. Weili had a lot of success with those low leg kicks. Joanna had moments with her kicks as well, too, including that kick to the face where I don't know how Weili Zhang just was able to walk forward after that kick, right? I'm expecting more level changes in this fight. I'm expecting one of these two to do a lot better at controlling the pace of the fight. Both women in the first fight just seemed like they kind of abandoned their game plans a little bit, right? Like they just came in and was just seeing who could be the bigger striker, who could stand toes and stand tall, striking right in front of each other. And man, Joanna's face, if you remember that fight, man, her nose was moved. She had like a hematoma on her forehead. Look, I just don't want to see that, just for health purposes from the people, the individuals, right? So I'm not expecting it to be a second fight of what we saw in the first fight. I'm expecting more tactics. I'm expecting more shoots for takedowns, more change of levels. I'm expecting it to be more of a tactical fight we will have definitely have some exciting moments, the way how these two fight. In this fight, I'm going with Zhang Weili in this one. She's been more active. She won the last fight, so she has the mental edge, right? If I beat you once, I can beat you again. And also, Joanna hasn't been in the octagon in 2 years. We don't really know what type of mental shape that she's in. We don't know if she fully recovered from the first one, because every time you get into a war like they just did, it takes a little bit out of you. And I just don't know where she's at. Maybe she comes in and she hasn't missed a beat and she's at the elite level where that could be the case. But when we haven't seen someone in 2 years, we have these questions. And so I feel confident more with Weili Zhang because she hasn't taken that time off, but she's been more active and she's a hell of a fighter. But I think this is going to be a great fight. I don't think this one makes it the distance again. I think Weili Zhang closes this one out, but it is going to be a hell of a fight. Let me know your thoughts. How do you have this one going? Who do you have winning? And if you've been watching this long, then do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.